Record. We are recording. So just so you guys know, today we are going to be doing the workout that my assistant neglected to record 2 weeks ago. So we're going to repeat our workout from 2 weeks ago because it was such a good one. And I wanted to make sure that we captured it. Look at those fall leaves back behind me. Isn't that incredible? Oh, it's so amazing. So we're going to be repeating that workout. It was such a good workout and I'm super excited to be doing it. You are going to need athletic shoes, a resistance band with a handle. You are going to need a heavier dumbbell and a set of lighter or moderate weight dumbbells. The most important thing is if you could have one heavier dumbbell. There's a couple of exercises that it's going to work really best if we have that slightly heavier dumbbell. Resistance band, have your water, put some music on in the background. I want you to really be able to enjoy this workout and have some good jams going on in the background. As always, after the workout, we're going to do a walking lunge workshop. If you are new to my workout, I will explain as we get there. But we have been together as a group, been doing a walking lunge workshop, which is so much fun. So I hope you will stay with me after the workout. And then after the walking lunge workshop, we will go through any questions that you might have. So let's get started. You can stay with me throughout this whole workout. If you want a harder workout, you're going to do 3 supersets, more repetitions, heavier weight load, move faster. If you need a gentler workout than what I'm leading today, you're going to move slower, take breaks when you need it. Don't use any weight, do body weight, do fewer sets, do whatever you need. Your goal is to work 20% harder today. Done. Sorry about that. Than your current fitness level. I want you working just a bit harder than where you are today. And that takes into summation how you're feeling, your energy, your mood, your fitness level, 20% harder. So no slacking, but I also don't want you pushing yourself too hard unless you know your body very well. Let's get started. So take your feet separated and let's take a deep inhale all the way up, stretching way up to the ceiling. Exhale it out. Give me 2 more. And I want you to really reach up, stretch. Exhale it out. And let's do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale it out. Now inhale up, but stay up there. Exhale and breathe normally. Take your hand down to your thigh. I want you to reach way up towards your ceiling with your left hand and now rotate and look under your left arm. You're going to feel a stretch through the front of your torso. Keep your hips anchored, knees soft, just looking and rotating slightly as you simultaneously reach up super high for the sky. And relax down. Both arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, breathe normally. Left hand down. Reach way up. And this time rotate and look under your right side. You should feel a good stretch through your side, the side of your torso, but also into the front of your torso. And if you really get that lift right and that open right, you're going to feel it into your hip flexor. This is actually a great way to get into that high attachment point, actually origin point of the hip flexor. Reaching way up and relax it down. Keep your feet separated. We're going to come into some spinal rotation, letting your arms just naturally release, swing around you. Activate and really anchor down on the glute of the leg that you're turning away from. So left glute here, right glute here, left glute here, right glute here. Squeeze it. Squeeze your glute very aggressively because A, we want to get it firing for the workout, but B, it provides a bit of stability for your spine to rotate around. So we want that stability so that you can get some good spinal rotation just to prepare you for the workout. It feels good, opens up mobility, activates some core muscles, and it just gets you moving. Let's do 2 more, 1 more, and relax with your feet wide, toes forward. Take a look down at your feet. They should be 100% parallel. I want you to bend your knees, stick your booty back, and now we're going to go side to side. Using your hand on your thigh for a bit of support while your body gets into it and warms up. Shift your weight back. Put your body weight into your heels, driving away from the floor by pressing through your heels. That's going to activate the glute on the left side here, right side here. Drive into that heel big time. Really press those hips back. Now, if this feels good, let's take it lower, all the way down, reaching for the floor, sitting very deeply into that bending leg. Really sit deep. You're going to feel the leg fire up more. You're also going to get more of a stretch through the adductor, which is your inner thigh, of the left, right, left, right. 2 more. Oh, does that not feel so good? And relax. Beautiful. Come on up, feet together. Bring your balance onto your right leg. Use your hands for stability. And depending on your ability with your balance, I want you to look around your room. Look up, look down, look all around. It's a Dr. Seuss book reading this morning. Okay, look everywhere. It's going to throw your balance off. That's the whole point. The whole point is for you to have to look everywhere, let it throw your balance off, because that is what wakes up your balance. You're going to feel totally silly. And if anyone were watching us right now, they would think I'm absolutely out of my mind, but it's an incredible exercise. Let's do one more. Make sure you're looking up with your head and your eyeballs. Let your eyeballs move, because it's when your eyeballs move that the exercise gets hard. Relax and switch sides. So if you're just moving your head around, it's a little bit easy. Start to move your eyeballs around. That is what really throws off your center of gravity and your balance. That's actually what we're trying to achieve here. I want you to lose your balance and have to regain your balance, because what it does is it literally fires up all of the entire kinetic chain to get you to stabilize. This is an incredible physical therapy exercise, modality, mobility exercise, but also just really, really, really good for balance, removing injuries. It's such a great exercise. Feet together. I want you to reach up over your head, come back into a modified lunge that's a stretch, reach up other leg. We're going to do this a couple times. Then we will take it down into a full runner's lunge at the bottom so that you get even more stretch and activation. Right now, I just want you to find your balance and let your body begin to get into the movement. Not that there's anything I can do about it, but if the wind is really noisy in the background, will one of you guys unmute yourselves and let me know? Like I said, there's not a whole lot I could do about it, but I could try to troubleshoot it. It's really windy today, and it kind of comes in fits and spurts.
You sound really good. You sound
good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's make this bigger, coming into a reach, bringing it all the way to a full lunge. Big reach, full lunge, big reach, full lunge. Oh, is that just so good? Okay, drive into your front heel. Make sure that back toe stays tucked. If you can, it's a really good idea to let your knee drop down and just gently tap the floor on the back end of this motion here, because that really gets into the hip, but it also improves the toe and foot mobility. Drive into the heel as you step forward, firing up the glutes. So we're simultaneously preparing the front leg while we're opening the hip flexor on that back leg. It also just gets your heart rate up, which is incredible. And let's do one more. And relax. Find your balance. If you need to hold on to something for stability, please do that. Bring your foot back behind you, and let's just hold for a quad stretch. If you don't need to use something to stabilize you for balance, don't, because this is a great practice for you to just work on your balance in general. So if you're someone who struggles with single leg balance, try to practice this not holding on. I realize I make it look easy, but in my 20s, this was impossible for me. Balance is something that you'll learn. It really is. It just takes practice. Relax and switch sides. Balance is two things. Number one, it is a reflection of that whole kinetic chain and the ability of what we call synergistic muscles to maintain you in space. So to some degree, balance is literally a muscular strength function to some degree. To the other degree, it's your inner ear function and just how your inner ear relates to balance. That's not much I can do about for you here, but this aspect where you're actually teaching your muscles to learn balance is something that you literally just practice every day and you'll get it. And relax. Big inhale up. Interlock your fingers, bring them behind your head. Open your elbows back, reach your chest forward, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other, and press them down towards your hips while you simultaneously lift your chest, looking up for the sky, and relax. Let's jump into the workout. So first exercise, I'm going to be showing you guys 2 exercises that you're going to do back to back as a superset, no rest in between. We'll take a short rest after the superset. We will repeat 2 sets. Some of you will do 3 sets. I'm going to demonstrate the exercises so you know what you're doing if you want to get out ahead of me, if you want to move a bit faster. So if you know you're going to do that, listen up. First exercise, toes out, knees out. It's a plie and press. Some people might want to call this a sumo squat, but it's really technically a plie. You want your toes really opened on this exercise, okay? Plie and press. First exercise. Second exercise, you need a resistance band. And we are doing, yes, band single arm row. So you are going to stand on your band with your left foot, pulling with your right arm for the first set. Second set, we will do the other side. Those of you guys doing 3 supersets, you're either going to split it up or double it up. Let's get started. This is where you want a heavier dumbbell. If you can, grab an 8, 10. Some of you are going to be doing 15, 20, even 25-pound dumbbell or kettlebell. Toes are open, heels are wider than your shoulders, knees travel in the direction of your toes. Let's go. You've got 15 reps, big reach. Please count your repetitions because I do not. I prefer to spend my time educating you and talking about the workout, and I need you to stay honest. Count your reps, especially when we're doing something unilateral, meaning when we do an exercise where we're only focused on one side, you really want to make sure you count it so that you are loading each side equally with those 15 reps. And remember, you can do more or fewer reps based on your 20% today. One more and relax. Grab your resistance band. You're going to put it under your left foot and you're going to pull with your right hand. From here, pulling back. If your band is a little on the easy side, I want you to pause on that back end. You can also choke up on your band so there's more resistance. Really put your foot heavy onto that band so that it's secure. And even if this is challenging, consider giving me a full pause here. Big pause here. Draw that shoulder blade back towards your spine. We also want the shoulder blade to be anchoring down towards your hip. Big pull, great exercise for the back, but also to make your arms look fab. 2 more-ish. And relax, short break. That's our first superset. Those of you guys that want a bigger workout, go ahead and begin your second set of plie and press. Second set, single arm row. Your third set, you will double up on your single arm row. Okay, the rest of us are just gonna take a short break before we do our second set. And then I will show you our second superset. Oh, this is a good workout today. Hold on, I might lose my headphones, hold on. This jacket is one of my favorites. It's really tight and it does not come off real easy. So, okay, short break. Now, if that first set of plie and press was doable for you, please consider getting a heavier dumbbell. For those of you guys that have been with me for a while, this plie and press, you really should be up at about 10 pounds at a bare minimum. If you're brand new to the workout, 5 pounds could be fine. Even body weight is great. Remember, 20% harder than where you are today. Not where I'm demonstrating, not what your friend is doing, where you are. Second set, let's go. Super deep, big reach, counting it out. So I want you to sit as deeply as it feels good for your body. So I happen to be super mobile in this movement pattern, and I almost can't go deep enough because of the structure and also just the fact that I've been working on this exercise. So I'm able to get this dumbbell all the way down for a floor tap, but you may not need to. It really depends on what depth feels right to your body today. I do want you to sit as deeply as you can, but over time, okay, really feeling into your body and only challenging yourself in all ways to 20%. Couple more. Ooh, that's so good. That'll get your heart rate up, open up the hips, and relax. Grab that resistance band. We're gonna be on the other side. So now you're standing on your right foot. You are pulling with your left hand. Get the band right under the ball of your foot with a little bit of resistance, giving me a pause on the back end right here. Now, if you really drive into the foot to hold that band down, you're also going to get an awesome right leg glute activation here. Because you're in an isometric contraction, really pushing down into your foot, it ends up being such a great glute activator here that's ultimately going to serve you in the rest of our workout. You could probably feel it because you're holding a partial lunge here. Really give me a big pull here on the back end with that arm, big pull. 15, pausing on the back end. Gonna feel some of that in your arm and your bicep as well, even though this is technically a back exercise. Let's do one more and relax. Short break. Those of you guys doing 3 supersets, go. You've got your third superset, plie and press. Then you're gonna do 15 and 15 or 8 and 8, okay? You could split up that last set based on what feels right for you. Let me show you the next 2 exercises that form the superset. You will need your resistance band again. So we're gonna start, let me show you from the front. Yes, I'm gonna show you from the front. Okay, you're gonna start with your feet together. You're gonna put your body weight onto your left leg. You're gonna put the band down under that foot, and you're gonna hold your band in your right hand. So you're standing on your left, holding on your right. From here, it's a band, single leg deadlift. Kicking back, coming up, squeezing this glute. Okay, leaning forward, squeeze the glute. Now, it's really easy to think of this as a kicking exercise, but I want your head to be on the leg that's standing. This is a standing leg exercise. From there, we're gonna go right into crossing the band. Oh, what's that? Crossing the band and an upright row, okay? Upright row, just like that, is the second exercise. Let's go ahead and get started. Grab your band. So listen to me. You're going to put the band underneath your left foot with about 6 to 8 inches between your foot and the handle. You're gonna place your body weight under your left foot Handle is in that right hand. This is a left leg exercise. Left leg exercise. So squeeze your left glute right there. Left glute. So if you really get this glute squeeze at the top, here on the standing leg, here, squeezing and locking that glute so that the hip comes into a locked position at the top. If you get that, this is the precursor for our walking lunges, because this is how you end your walking lunge so as to improve your technique. That right there, where you are really squeezing your glute here, squeezing it like bonkers so that the front of the hip fully opens, is a very powerful cue and activation that you really do want to master. 2 more, driving into the heel. 1 more. From here, you're just going to grab your band, keeping it under your foot, balance your band from left to right, cross it over, upright row, 15 reps right there. Upright row, the idea is that you are leading with your elbows, leading with your elbows. I demonstrate by ending with my elbows high. You don't have to get your elbows as high as I do. You can even come to about here. Woo-hoo-hoo! I am gonna get blown away. Oh, talk about fall. Holy moly. So, elbows don't have to come quite as high as mine do, okay? But you do wanna lead with your elbows super, super high. And let's do 2 more. One of my favorite exercises for the deltoids to make your shoulders look awesome. Short break. Those of you guys doing 3 supersets today, don't take a break. Go right into your next superset. We're gonna take a short break, and then we will be doing single leg dead on the other leg, repeating that upright row. So in setting up this second single leg dead, what you're going to do is you're going to be standing on your right leg, holding with your left hand this way, okay? Single leg dead is set up like this. It's all about this right leg. The right leg rotates you, the right leg unrotates you, and the right glute locks open that hip strongly and aggressively. Cool? You guys ready? Let's do it. I'm going to do it on this side so that I'm working with my heel. Really stand on that band very firmly. Ay, ay, ay. Find your balance from here. Keep a soft bend in that standing leg. Go ahead and rotate, coming up to lock the glute. Lock the glute. Rotate, lock the glute. As you begin this exercise, it's really normal for the first couple of repetitions to be wobbly. Almost never will I begin this exercise and my very first repetition is stable. It usually takes 2 to 3 reps. And for some of you, you might not ever get fully stable, but just know that the first few reps, you're going to be unstable. And then hopefully, as you get farther into the set, your stability and your balance settles in. Be sure to keep a bend, a slight bend in your standing leg. Should be your right leg if you're with me. So that standing knee has a slight bend, especially at the bottom. So at the top, if that knee opens up, it's okay, but we want a slight bend here. Drive into the heel, squeeze your glute here to lock that hip open. Really activate the glute. This exercise is going to serve you for your walking lunges after the workout. Big glute squeeze, 2 more. Big glute squeeze, right there. 1 more. And you can just keep that band under your foot. but balance it out. So just adjust your band so that it's balanced right in the center. You can even put both feet into your band if you want. Cross your handles. Upright row, 15. So even though you're pulling upwards with your elbows and the band, listen to me, I still want you to release your shoulder blades downward here. So the trick on this exercise is to lift upward and pull upward, but keep your entire shoulder girdle releasing down, okay? Because you want your shoulder girdle, your shoulder blades to be anchoring backward and downward. Downward means the shoulder blades are contracting towards your hips, even though you're coming upward. It's tricky, it's very tricky. It took me years to really learn it, but as you learn it, you're gonna have improved shoulder function and your deltoids are gonna look a whole lot better. Deltoids are that beautiful little muscle right here that gives you that rounded, beautiful shoulder. Short break. That was 2 sets. Let me show you our third superset. Our third combination of exercises. So it is our third superset, but some of you guys are actually doing 3 supersets. Okay, so next exercise, it's a split squat with a hold. And let me think this through because I want to get you. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so let me show you the next 2 exercises. You're going to start with your feet together. That's pretty important. You are going to, let's go, yep. Hold your dumbbell in your right hand. Okay, you're going to be on your left foot forward, coming back into a split squat position. Dumbbell is going to be up over your head. So this is a split squat position. I'm going to show you from the side in a moment, and we're just going to go down and up in a split squat movement pattern. So from here, split squat, dropping straight down, straight up for 15. There's your split squat. Second exercise, dumbbell down, feet together, partial squat. We are doing side kicks, starting to your right, okay? So what this is gonna do is it's gonna overload the right leg, starting to the right. That's our first set. Second set will be here. Second set will be here. Those of you guys doing 3 sets, split it up. Okay, you guys ready? So it does work best if you've got a heavier dumbbell for this exercise. So grab maybe 10 pounds or more if you possibly can. Right hand, feet together. Step back with your right leg. Here's your split squat. Got it? So using the opposite hand to simply balance you. And if you need to find something to hold on to here, that's cool too. Dumbbell over your head. Here we go. 15 reps. There's 1. Coming up on that back toe. There's 2. Driving into the front heel. 4. There's 5. Keep your front toes relaxed as much as you can. Keeping that dumbbell right up over your head. I want you thinking about your front leg as much as possible. Pushing into the front heel is going to activate that front glute. And that's really what this exercise is about. Now, if this is really hard on your back toes, welcome to the club. And I want you to try to work through it because this is part of the solution. Being able to do this exercise is part of the solution to improving the mobility in those back toes. And relax. Dumbbell down, feet together, coming into about 1/3 of a squat, maybe 1/4 of a squat. Hands here, sitting deeply. I want you to think about if there's somebody standing next to them, you are going to push them away with your foot. This is not a rocket kick. This is a push for 15. Push. Using the heel of your foot to push that person away. Pushing, okay? Getting your hip high, really pushing. It really improves the power of how you're using this exercise, but also it's just gonna activate the glutes and the hips a bit more, which is ultimately what we're about. Really activating that right glute hip complex here. Big drive, 15, 2 more-ish, short break, and then we're gonna repeat these 2 exercises. Short break, you're gonna use the same weight load on your split squat as you did on that first one, but this time you're gonna be holding your dumbbell, left hand, stepping back with the left leg. Here will be your split squat. Then we'll be kicking on that other side. Short little break. Those of you guys that don't need a break, keep going until you do need a break. Feel me? All right, feet together. Dumbbell in your left hand at your shoulder. Soften your knees. Step back into your split squat. All right, up on the toes, so you're stepping back on your left leg. Dumbbell over your head. 15, count them out. Totally okay. If you have to take a little bit of a break during this exercise because it's just too much for whatever reason, absolutely okay. This is a hard exercise for the majority of people. Unless you're super balanced and unless you've got a super functional glute, okay, structure, this exercise is going to be hard. So in my experience, 90 or more % of women have weak glutes. It's why I created the Glutes Project, because it was the biggest problem that I see in my practice. And by improving your glute strength and function, everything in your body automatically changes just by focusing on that one muscle group. This is one of my favorite exercises. 15, 3 more. And if that gets your heart rate up, you know you're doing the right thing. Because the harder the exercise, the more you need it. The harder the exercise, the more it's gonna bump up your heart rate. Feet together, partial squat. If there's someone next to you, you're gonna press them away. Count to 15. Big press, big press. Drive with that heel, pressing the person away. Or imagine you're trying to press into a spot on your wall. Press into it. Press into it. Or if you've got a piece of furniture or some spot that's about shoulder height from your body, that's where you're aiming. Driving through the heel, not a rocket kick. Yes, I realize this could feel a bit awkward until you learn this exercise. It is a bit awkward, but can't you feel it in your hips? Oh, I'm telling you, this will make your booty look fabulous. 2 more. And short break. Those of you guys doing 3 of these, go. If you haven't already, next exercise combo, you're gonna want lighter dumbbells. 2, 3, or 5-pound dumbbells. I'm using 5s. Hang on. I might have to lighten my dumbbells today. Okay, first exercise, feet together, knees are soft. Shoulders back in space, shoulders back in space, and down. Anchor them there. You're gonna come out, forward, down, then reverse. Forward, out, down. That's our first exercise. Hang on one sec, guys. I gotta go a little lighter today. Okay, first exercise is a shoulder cycle. We're gonna do 6 cycles on the first set, 7 cycles, or 8 cycles on the second set, okay? So it's out, forward, down, forward, out, down. That's 1 cycle. Second exercise, starting with your feet together. You're gonna sit low, bringing your body weight down, and we are doing our lateral jumps. Lateral jumps, we're gonna do 15 in each direction. So it'll be 30 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 30. Okay, let's go. Grab your lighter dumbbells, feet together, knees are soft. Drop your body weight so your knees stay soft, shoulders back and down, chest is forward, out, forward, down, reverse, reverse, out, forward, and reverse, forward, out, down. That's 2 cycles. 3. 4. Make sure you're keeping your shoulders pressed down away from your ears. There's 5. Here's 6. And relax. You can do more if you want. You can do 7 or 8, however many works for you here. Our second set, we are going to do 8 cycles. Dumbbells down. Give yourself some lateral space. Listen up. Very cautious on the first couple so that your body can adapt. Make sure you're covering your ground so that you don't trip going sideways. Feet together, lower your center of gravity. Just enough height to cover the ground, but we're not jumping up and over. We're jumping straight across. Here we go. There's 1, 2, sit nice and deep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, make it bigger as you go. 9, we're doing 30. There's 11, 12, sit deep. 14, halfway. 17, 18, cover a little bit more distance. 10 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, sit deep. 5, cover more distance. 6, 7, 2 more. And relax. Short break. Those of you wanting a harder workout, no break. Come right back into your shoulder cycle. Short little break, letting the heart rate recover. Going into our second cycle, second set of shoulder cycle. 8 total cycles, more or less, depending on how it feels for you today. Remember, 20% harder than what you want to do, okay? 20% harder than how you feel today. 20% harder than your energy today. Basically, push yourself a bit, not too much. Feet together, lower your center of gravity, keep the knees bent, shoulders back, shoulders down, chest is up, neck is long. Here we go. Forward, out, down. There's 1. Out, forward, down. Forward, out, down. There's 2 for 8. 3 for 8. Halfway. There's 5. Nice long neck. There's 6, 2 more. Shoulders back and down. There's 7, 1 more. And reverse. 8 or more. If you want to continue, go ahead and do a couple more. Totally up to you. Side jumps, feet together. We got 30 in total. Count it out, working at your own pace. Remember, safety first. Please be conservative until you are confident. Nice and low. Here we go. There's 1. Big jump. 4, 6, 8, 10, nice and low, cover some distance. 12, 14, 16, get that booty down. 18, 10 more. Reach backwards with your hips. There's 4, 6 more. There's 8 and 30. Take a short break, walk it out. Good job. Those are not easy. Trust me, I know. Those of you guys doing 3 supersets, go for it. Take a break. Let me show you the next 2 exercises. You need a heavier dumbbell. My goal is for every single one of us to do this next exercise with 15 pounds at some point. Your ultimate goal is to do 15 pounds on this next exercise. But you should be at least 8 pounds as of right now. Next 2 exercises are going to be down on the ground. We're doing a back exercise, and then I'm going to take you through my version of push-ups. Grab your heavier dumbbell. Let me show you. You start here, lay back, over your head, shoulders push to your hips, shoulders push to the ground. It's coming over your head, driving through to your belly button. Belly button, 15. Next exercise will be push-ups. I will go over it with you when we get there. So go ahead and join me here, grabbing your heavier dumbbell right over your chest. Draw in through your abs. Anchor your shoulders towards your hips. Here we go. Up over the head until it gently, very, very gently acknowledges the floor. You're not releasing to the floor. You're just acknowledging that the floor is there with the dumbbell or your hand, whatever touches the floor, but I want you to be going to a full depth so that you do feel the floor there. If you've got an exercise bench, please use it because it will give you a bit more depth here. Technically, I would like us to have a little bit more depth on the back end of this exercise. That's what would be ideal, but if you're on the floor like me, we just don't have that option yet. 15 reps here. And let's do 3 more. Make sure you're counting because this is one of those exercises where you cannot trust me. I will do 30 of these. This exercise has to be at my top 5 favorites. This exercise is so incredible and will do so much for your body. I absolutely love it. Okay, push-ups. Flip over. Listen up. If you are not an expert at push-ups, if you don't have perfect push-up technique, please follow me in the way that I teach push-ups. It will protect your shoulders and it will ultimately build strength better. If you know you've got great push-up technique, a full military push-up, go ahead and do it. Anywhere from 10 to 15. Everybody else, I want you to try it my way. Come all the way down onto the ground. So you're laying on your belly. Thumbs are just outside your breast line. Feet stay close to your butt. Keep them close to your butt. Keep your butt squeezed and your abs tight. You're going to push away from the floor, then push off the floor. Come all the way back down. Push away from the floor, push off the floor. Join me if you haven't already. Let's do 15. Push away from the floor, push off the floor. All the way down. Away, off, and down. Away, off, and down. Push up and down. You may have to reposition yourself because you'll start to scoot away from your hands. That's somewhat normal. You just reposition your knees. 3 phases. Lift off the ground, push up, then relax down. Lift away, push up, relax down. 1 more, lift away, push up, relax down. Short break, flip over onto your back for a second set. So while we take this break, I will just explain why I teach push-ups that way. I realize the sun is totally behind me, and so I'm probably shadowed out, but that's just what we're gonna work with. It's that time of year. At least you can see my silhouette better. So the reason why I teach push-ups this way is because push-ups are the fastest way to a shoulder injury. Probably 50% of you have already been there and done that. So by pushing up away from the floor first, you're getting your shoulders into a safe position and you're activating your chest to then push you up off the ground. And anytime you bring your shoulders, let's see, your shoulders below, let's see, your hands and your shoulders too close to each other, your elbow above your shoulder below your elbow, you're putting the shoulder at great risk. And so by doing this, you're able to keep the shoulder and the elbow in alignment before you push off the ground. And that will get you to a full military push-up down the road. Second set, lying dumbbell pullover. Grab your heavier dumbbell at your chest, lay back, dumbbell over your chest, push your shoulders towards your hips. Anchor your shoulders back and down, back and down, back and down. Here we go, 15 or more. There's one. Imagine driving the dumbbell to and through your belly button here. You want to have a downward energy as if you're really pushing through right there so that your shoulders are in fact activating towards your hips. And by activating that shoulder girdle, we're able to fully get into the latissimus dorsi muscle, the lats, which is what I'm targeting when we do this exercise. Now, other people target different body parts with this exercise, but if you use the cues as I teach them, it's going to activate the biggest muscle in your upper body, your latissimus dorsi, which is the biggest muscle of your back. But you have to be really driving your shoulder girdle towards your hips to activate those lats. Also a great exercise for your triceps. Let's do two more. Oh, I could do it all day long. It's so good. And by the way, this exercise is really awesome for your abs if you use all the cues as I talk about them. Okay, dumbbell to the side. Let's just flip over for push-ups. Second set. Make sure that you are doing the number and the style of push-up that is safest for your body. I generally don't ever teach push-ups. If you join me for one of my other online digital strength training programs like the Glutes Project or the Comeback, or even Lift to Get Lean, you'll see I don't ever have you do push-ups. The only reason we're doing push-ups is because of these live at-home workouts. It's a great tool, but in general, I don't like to do them because the risk factor is so high. So if you're with me, all the way down on your tummy, heels to your butt, thumbs just out your chest line, outside of your chest line, feet stay together. Lift away from the floor, then push off the floor, 15. Lift, then push. Lift, then push. Lift, then push. Lift, then push. Oh, by the way, you're gonna get a much better arm workout doing them this way. What I find when women do military push-ups, it ends up being so much of their traps. And it's just so risky on the shoulders. The fast way to a shoulder and low back injury. Lift them, push. So good. Lift them, push. Couple more. If you're doing it right, you should be feeling this in your arms. My arms are getting tired. I'm slowing down if you can't tell. This is such a good arm exercise if you do it the way that I teach it. Good job, guys. That is it. Those of you guys doing 3 supersets, get on it, finish it up. I'm going to take you guys through just a couple of range of motion exercises. Then we're going to do our walking lunge workshop. For now, I want you to bring your feet together, tuck your toes way under, way under, way under. Keeping your feet together, shift your weight back onto your toes. Take a look down and make sure your toes are together, feet are together. Then I want you to roll forward and back. If you can roll forward and bring your knees all the way down to tap onto the ground, please do so. What we're doing here is opening up forefoot mobility. I want your toes to be put into a deep bend right there. The whole goal is to bend and flex into the forefeet, your toes, your knuckle joints, to some degree your arches here. And if this is painful for you, you need to be working this exercise every single day because it should not, you should be functional enough that it's not painful. If this is easy for you, please come forward, stop, sit back and just sit on your feet for about 20 to 30 seconds. If this is easy for you, bravo, my friend. You should be able to sit all the way back. You should be able to sit deeply and flex, bend into those forefeet like bonkers. As much flexion as you can get in your forefoot and your toes, please do it. Sit for a couple minutes. This exercise is also a precursor to walking lunges, which is why we're doing it. And then relax, hands under your shoulders. You can separate your legs but keep your toes tucked under. Give me a sway back, looking forward. And now round out your back, chin to chest. Sway, looking forward and round. Forward, arching your lower back and round. Arch and round. Two more. Arch and round. Last one. And open. Shift back onto your toes again into a crouched position. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Stand up. Lift your knees 10 times. Please don't cheat me out of these 10 times so that you don't get dizzy. This is going to bring the blood flow back up to your head so that you don't get dizzy. Lifting up those knees. Take a big deep inhale with me. Exhale it out. Let's go 2 more. Big inhale up. I wish you guys were here. How fun would that be if we actually did a real in-person exercise class? I wish you guys could see how insanely gorgeous it is today. I just don't even think that my camera is going to do it justice. The leaves are at the peak of turning fall colors, and they're like just unbelievably incredible. Okay, here we go. Walking lunge workshop. Stick around. If you've never done it before, I will walk you through it. Then we'll be doing a Q&A after. Walking lunges. We are doing, one second. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Lynn, so I sent a message out last week on Sunday when I sent you guys the replay for the video. I gave you the update on the chickens, but everybody wants to know what happened with the chickens last week. Okay, our chickens are legitimately free range chickens. They literally go wherever they want. And some of the chickens have been coming into one of our sheds. It's a woodworking shed, let's call it. Basically, it's where we cut firewood. Anyway, one of the chickens was laying her eggs in the woodworking barn over here. And when they lay eggs, you would think they're getting murdered. It's unbelievable. It's hilarious. We found 6 eggs in one of our barns because we didn't know that these chickens were laying their eggs over there. So that's what was going on last weekend. Okay, walking lunge workshop. Here's why we do it. These are extended body weight walking lunges. It's incredible for the functionality of your body. This is not traditional strength training. This is more muscular endurance, modality, athleticism. It's so good for the flexibility of your feet, your toes, your ankles, your hips, your knees, your core. So many reasons. We are practicing extended walking lunges. You're going to start with 20 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each week, you're going to add 10 steps and work your way up. We're going to do 2 sets. So you might be doing 30 this week. You might be doing 40 this week. You might be doing 50. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're brand new to this, you're going to start with 20 and you're going to take a break and do 2 sets. I did 100 this week. I'm proud to announce I did 2 full sets of 100 and I could have kept going. It was a piece of cake. So I'm going to start with 80 just because we'll be here forever, but we'll see what happens because I know some of you guys are also upwards to 60, 70, 80, 50, 100. I know it. So this is your time to do your walking lunges you want. Are there any questions before we get started? So if anybody has a question before we get started about the walking lunges, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to jump you in, and during my break, I'll come back and I will check any comments and questions. Let me change my camera so you can see me a little bit more. And I'm going to go over the basic technique with you guys so that you know how I do them. Okay, feet together. Start with your feet totally together. Soften your knees. You're going to take a step out, bring your hands to your front leg. The focus is on the front leg. I'm going to start with my left leg. So left leg, it's all about the left leg. Step together, squeeze the left booty. Right leg, step together, squeeze the right booty. Left leg, step together, squeeze the left booty. Super important. You want to tuck your pelvis and activate that glute. There's 4. Please go at your own pace. There's 5. Squeeze the glute. 6. Squeeze the glute. 7. 8. 9. Please count out your own reps. 10. 10 more if you're just starting with 20. There's 12. There's 14. I'll count out every 10 for you guys if you want to move at my pace. If you're at my pace, here's 20. If you're only doing 20, please take a break. The rest of us are going to continue. Let those back toes bend. Here is 30. There's 40. Take a break if that's your number. And here's 50. Okay, update from me, guys. I'm gonna do 60 on my first set. Something's up with my bod today. Here's 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. I'm cutting it at 60 today, guys. 60. Those of you guys that are continuing, please do so. I'll update you on why I'm stopping. Please continue. The point today is to work a little harder. Do 10 more than you did last weekend, okay? 10 more. So each weekend, we're gonna do a few more. I'm cutting it short. I did 100, 2 sets of 100 2 days ago. And I think my muscle glycogen is down because 60 was just systemically hard for me today. And for you guys, some of you guys that have been on my health journey with me, I'll go through times where I get a little flare up with my immune system and I get certain signals where things are just not good. Today's one of those days. So I'm not going to be pushing it today because I need to respect what's going on with my immune system. I'm only going to be doing 60, but I want all of you guys to do as many or wherever you are. And you can also learn from me. Remember what I always say, 20% harder than where you are today. That set of 60 is 20% harder than where I am today, even though I did 2 sets of 100 this week. Today, for whatever reason, my body's off. And you have to honor that. You have to challenge yourself, but you want to be challenging yourself within the parameters of where you are on a given day, especially if you have any kind of chronic illness or any autoimmune issues, adrenal issues, or thyroid issues. You want to be very respectful, especially where we are in the world. It's really important to keep your immune system high. So you are only doing 20% harder than where you are today. I kind of actually thought that I was going to blow through to about 100. It's just not where I am, and that's okay. So I'm taking a nice long break. I'm going to do a second set. Sometimes on my body, my first set of things feels poopy, and then my second set, I just kind of like burst through. So we'll see where I am. The point is, you should be doing 10 more than you did last weekend. Let's go in for our second set, and then I can troubleshoot any questions that you guys might have after. So after you've taken about a 1 to 2 minute break in your set, depending on how long your set was, if you're doing a longer set, like 60, 80, or 100, please take about a 2-minute break before you do a second set, if you do a second set. If you're up to doing 100, 140, 160, you might not even need to do a second set. FYI, I timed out 100 this week, you guys. 100 steps should take you about 5 minutes, just FYI. And then eventually I'm gonna work us up to about 10 minutes of walking lunges eventually. All right, let's go in for our second set. If you're ready, feet together, take your time and match the number that you did on your first set, more or less, whatever feels right for this set at this time. There's 12. And here's 20. If you're doing 20, you can go ahead and take a break. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna turn my camera around. Look, look, look. The cows are joining us. Can you see them? I don't know if you can see them. The cows just decided to come on over. I'm gonna do my walking lunges this way so you can enjoy the cows. Oh my God, they are like the most beautiful cows ever. We have incredibly well-loved cows here, you guys. Is that not the most hilarious thing ever? Oh my God, you guys are looking at me like they have no idea what I'm doing. Hi guys. Hi guys. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, here come the babies. You're gonna see the babies in a minute. I think we have 6 baby calves. They're coming. Ha, you never knew. You're getting a live workout and some entertainment. How cool is that? Right? Okay, count out those lunges. I've lost track. I think I'm probably close to 40 here. I'm gonna count that as 40. Hi. 5. There's 6. 7. 8. Do what's right for you guys.
Who cows are joining her today?
Oh my God. Oh, here come the babies. Okay, guys, watch. Here come the babies. Can you see them? Oh my God, they're so cute. They're so beautiful. I think my dad is bringing them a new salt lick. So they're all heading in the direction of where we give them the salt lick. And the water is up that way. So I think that's probably why they're all moving that way. Incredible, right? Okay, guys, remember, I think I've just done about, let's call it 50. I'm going to do 10 more because I've had these little breaks. 10 more, last 10. And wherever you are, if you're feeling strong and you're feeling good, you can push yourself a little bit today, okay? If you want to do 20 more today because you feel awesome, please do it. Please do it. All right, I think this is about 60. And break. Woohoo, guys, high five. No matter where you are, high five. Good job. So proud of you. Tell me how you did. Share with me your win. Where are you? How those walking lunges feeling? Questions, comments before we wrap up. I'm gonna adjust my camera. Give me 1 second. Hey guys, also just FYI, I ordered some extra Women's Strength Nation t-shirts. If anybody did not get one and you still want one, email me because I've got about 6 extras that I can share. So let me know. I've got black and white, both of them. Okay guys, How are those lunges? Share with me. Share, share, share. Okay.
Hey, Holly, I have a question for you. It's Terry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I'm doing the walking lunges, you had said whatever leg is first, that's
Yes.
the glute that you squeeze the most.
Yes.
I find I'm squeezing both. Is that
That's okay.
wrong or good, or should I try and isolate that?
That's a good question. Actually, okay, so if what you mean, if what you're referring to is my left leg is forward, okay? So
Yeah.
left leg, left glute. If what you're referring is you feel both your glutes, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Here?
Exactly.
So I think I would rather have you fully isolate on the one side. Here's why. So a walking lunge, we're alternating the pelvic structure, okay? So what we want is, we want to get this position, we want this position really good. This position, your pelvis is in this position. So the reason why we come up and then squeeze is to really get the hip open in this position, to then reinforce when you step forward on the other leg, this hip has now been put into position. So let me show you it in action. This is my left leg. So left leg, left glute is now holding for this position. So it sets you up for the next step. Now watch, my right leg is forward. Right leg glute, right leg glute, right leg glute sets me up for this back hip to be in position. So I do want you to, instead of both booty squeeze, one booty squeeze, okay? You're gonna find it's gonna make your lunges a whole lot better. It's remarkable. When you really get that part down, it's incredible how much better your lunges get and how much better your body gets. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Really good question. So good to see you. Send me an update. Email me and give me a full update. I want to know how you're doing, okay?
Good. Yeah, awesome.
Okay. Lisa Cruz, 280 today for 10 minutes straight. Woo-hoo! Go, girl. You are a badass. I'm so proud of you. Good job. 10 minutes straight. That's the goal. I would love to get us all up to where we could do 5 to 10 minutes of nonstop walking lunges. You do one set, 5 to 10 minutes. It'll change your life. Don't be intimidated if you feel far from that. It's normal. If you're only doing 20 reps right now, it's okay. Listen, you build this up over a long period of time, okay? Any questions? Jane, great workout, beautiful colors, I know. So fun. For the exercises where you tap the weight to the floor over your head, then raise it over your belly, does it matter how you hold the weight? No, it doesn't matter. Jane, on that exercise, it's called a lying dumbbell pullover. You can hold the weight however you want. You really can. It's whatever feels the most effective on this back position. So right here is the critical position. And whatever works for you in terms of how it feels good, do that. When I'm using a dumbbell, I hold the dumbbell end to end like this. If I'm on an exercise bench, I turn the dumbbell, hold on. If I'm on an exercise bench and I've got space behind me, I hold the dumbbell like this, okay? But when I'm on the floor, I hold the dumbbell like that. And it just really depends. But you know, whatever feels the most comfortable for you, but the truth is it doesn't matter too much. Hold it in the way that it feels the safest and the most effective for you. Good question, really good question. And if you guys, if you want to, hi Michelle Sokolsky, I see you. Hi, so fun to see you guys. Robin Stevens, hard, but she did 150 today, high five, so proud of you. Okay, Natalie, I'm gonna try and find your question. Christine, so glad. I noticed that you weren't here last week and I was like, I wonder where she was. So I'm so glad to have you back. I know, it's amazing, right? Debbie Kirsty, I did mine in 3 sets to get a greater number. Good for you. You can do 3 sets, you can do 4 sets, you can do 5 sets. Guys, these walking lunges, you can break them up however you want. I just have to give you something to strive for and some kind of a protocol to follow. You can do 10, take a break, 10, take a break, 10, take a break. You could do 10 sets of 10 if you want. However you want to do it, it's the total number that really matters. Okay, let's see here. Sarah Gillespie, you're so welcome. Natalie, nope. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going. Kathy Connor shared.
I can just ask you real quick. It's really a simple question. It just has to do with when you say
I see now.
Your booty versus squeeze your booty. I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing differently? Is it more of a is it like a long squeeze?
Nah, it's basically the same thing. So when you
watch your foot.
When you squeeze this booty, you're watching, right? Watch me. Squeeze your booty, it locks this hip open. It's the same thing. You squeeze your booty to lock open your hip. Squeeze the booty to lock open the hip. So we want this hip fully opened, and that has to happen by squeezing that glute. Okay, so it's one and the same, but we're fully opening the hip is the point. Because sometimes people will end their walking lunges. Here, let me show you. I saw a fitness expert doing this the other day, and I wanted to scream. Like a big influencer on Instagram, she does her walking lunges like this. Here, 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 here.
Oh,
okay, you see that difference?
Yeah.
You see that difference?
She's not going up. Wait, go ahead.
She goes like this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay. And that's not what you want to do. You want to be fully opening and locking this hip. Okay. Now I exaggerate a little for you guys so that you can learn it. But the whole point is to get the hips open so that we're fully squeezing the glutes and vice versa.
It's almost like a stretch.
Kinda.
It's almost like when you come up and you lock, it's almost like, not a stretch, but it's just, I get it. Thank you.
It technically is a dynamic stretch on the front of your hip for your hip flexor. It technically is. So, and that's one of the reasons why it's so important. Yep. Good question. High five, babe. Any other questions, guys? The good news is I recorded it today. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm on a roll.
I put a question in there.
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
Good. Yeah, so good to see you.
Push-ups.
Yeah.
How I've had to work really hard at dropping my shoulders and resetting, and so push-ups are the one thing where are you still supposed to be dropping and driving down your shoulders when you're doing push-ups?
Yes.
Or is it okay to let them relax a little bit?
Well, you can let them relax as long as you reset them back to where they need to be. It's really important. Okay. So part of, shoulders back and down should be forever for every exercise you ever do. Always, 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 right? Okay. So on a push-up, you might, at the top of your push-up, you might come to here. That's okay. As long as when you come back down to the ground, you reset, you push, even if you come out of it. Just make sure you're taking some time to reset every now and then. You want to reset from the bottom because you don't want to be pushing from here from the bottom. You want to push from here from the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. The bottom is where it's the most important. At the top, you can get a little sloppy.
Okay. Good.
Does that answer your question and gives you direction?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
For sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Push-ups are tricky. A great question. Push-ups are really tricky, and that's one of the reasons why I don't teach them a lot, because they're just, I can't tell you how many clients have injured their shoulders. So I just, probably 10 years ago, I was like, this is stupid. I'm not doing push-ups anymore. But when we're working out at home, and certainly in the environment that I'm in right now, they serve a purpose every now and then. Just make sure you guys are doing them properly.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
High five. One more question, and then I'm going to sign off. Robin. Wait a second. No, it wasn't Robin. It was Debbie. Question for shoulders back and down. Is there a bra or girdle to wear when not in a workout, like when I'm driving? I do good to remember, but maybe there is assistance. So there is. Okay, here's the deal. That's a great question. A friend of mine just created a product. It's a little girdle that you put on that keeps your shoulders in this position. It's called Back Embrace. And I can link you to her product. The thing is, I would rather you guys learn to teach your musculature to hold you in this position. Like if you're driving or if you're watching TV, I would rather your muscles hold you in position rather than a device holding you into position. That being said, if you want a device for whatever reason, like a girdle that keeps you here, look up my friend, get on the Google machine and look up back embrace. So back, B-A-C-K, I'll type it in the comments, embrace, E-M-B-R-A-C-E. If you Google that, it's gonna take you to my friend's product, which I think is a smart product, Embrace. That all being said, I would rather you guys just get strong and teach your muscles to keep you in place. Right? Makes sense, huh? That's what I'm all about. Yes, better have your muscles do it. Since high school, my PE teacher had us do this. Exactly. Yep. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off because my earbuds are dying on me. Happy Saturday. I'm glad that you enjoyed the entertainment here in Pennsylvania. And I will see you next weekend. Stay tuned tomorrow. I will send you an email with the link to the replay of this week's workout. Do me a favor, invite your friends, the more the merrier. I want this group to grow loud and proud. So please invite your friends, your sisters, your mothers, your daughters, your coworkers, your neighbors, everybody. Let's grow this gang. I'll see you next week, guys. Happy Saturday.